For today's second grade small group, we're going to focus on time and polygons, just like earlier in the week. Time is just a review today of telling time to the hour, half hour, quarter hour, and nearest 5 minutes. You can use the laminated clocks however you'd like. The more exposure they get to writing those times, the better. And then also just the questioning of what might be happening at this time in the AM versus the PM. So for example, this clock, it has our short hour hand between the 12 and the 1. It's not to the 1 yet, so it is still 12. We need our double dots, our colon, and then our minute hand is on the 9, so we'll count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So this is 12:45. What might we be doing at 12:45 a.m.? Probably sleeping. 12:45 p.m. We probably just finished eating lunch. We're at school if it's a weekday. Then for polygons, like earlier in the week, you'll name polygons by counting sides and angles. And then after that, you're going to talk about parallel lines like yesterday and then put in some right angles. So if we had this polygon, well, first of all, is it a polygon? Yes. Why? It has straight lines, it is closed, and it has 3 or more sides. Okay, well, what would we call this polygon? Well, let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Angles, 1, 2, 3, 4. So since it's 4-sided, we call it a quadrilateral. Now let's look at this quadrilateral and see, does it have any parallel sides? When we're talking parallel, remember they have to be opposite sides. So let's see here. Let's look at this first set of sides that are opposite. And if they kept going, would they ever cross? If we're not sure, we could continue to draw a straight line from here and a straight line from here. Uh-oh, it looks like they're going to cross. So are those sides parallel? No. Let's look at the other set of sides. So we have our set of sides here on the top and the bottom. If they kept going, would they cross? No, they wouldn't. They're parallel. And students at this point should start to be able to just see that they're going across like that they are not at an angle. They're not going to cross. They're not going to meet. After that, the other thing to talk through with students is, are there any right angles? And the way I've explained it to them is, one, could I fit a square inside that angle? Could I fit a little bitty square? Well, let's see. Here I've got a little bitty square. Oh, but it couldn't fit inside that angle. There's some overlap. There's some extra. What about here? No, there's just a teeny bit of extra. That can be hard for kids to see. The other thing I like to tell them is it is like an L. Could an L fit there? And again, this one is kind of hard. It's pretty close, but it's not quite a right angle. Same thing here. An L, there would be this gap. You could look at another one. This one clearly has right angles. Look, we've got, in this case, if we turned it, we could do an L. We could even do a little square. We could do an L. We could do a little square. A lot of times it's easier for them to see examples that work and then compare them to the examples that don't work. So why wasn't this a right angle, but this one was? What's the difference between those two? So focusing on as many polygons as you can get through to name, and then also sprinkling in the parallel sides and the right angles. The biggest deal is this, but these are important if you are able to get to them. That's it for today. Thank you.